everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Lions going up against the Bears. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. For the first time with Jeremy Langford. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And we get a peek at the offense and a peek at Alshon Jeffrey.
An absolute matchup nightmare for any defensive back. Size, speed, terrific hands.
Second down, 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Langford again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And we get a peek at the defensive starters, and it's a unit that really needs to do better than they did last week.
So I would expect them to come out with a lot more emotion this week, flying around, trying to establish a new tone, because last week they didn't feel good about it all.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Leopard! Here we go now. Detroit!
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Rodgers. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Green, 39! Green! Watching now, Barney!
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
All right, here we go. Green!
They go play action here on first down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Back to the ground, this time Langford. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, Langford. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're running. Langford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means that they're guessing wrong every time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Surveying the field, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and now it's 2nd down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much. and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Leopard! Now let's go! Over!
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go! Blue line! Detroit! Back to that Philly! Here we go! All right, here we go.
They run it here with Thompson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that leads to a Chicago 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down following the run.
Set! Green, 39!
Slot man moves right.
Watching that, Barney!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On the counter, Langford. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
In motion left is Rodgers. On 3rd down, Jeremy Langford. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Brief break in the action here. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So now the field goal team comes on, led by the kicker, Kerry Spear. And Spear's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this, a fake? Wide open receiver complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat for Lacey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Please.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, gun. Detroit.
Cousins now from the 50. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. We'll
find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
10 yards to go on 3rd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. No. Check Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
All right, here we go.
Langford again, busy man this afternoon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to get the ground game going with Langford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hurry up, here we go.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They give him a gain of 38. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll run the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Cousins. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Rodgers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The lone setback is Langford. Another pistol look here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
One receiver right, that's Jeffrey. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Now Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now. No. Jack Patrick!
They'll run with Thompson. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the ground, it's Thompson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run here with Langford. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And now it's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Langford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The lone setback is Langford.
Green 39! We got it.
He'll get the football here. And running room. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And Spears' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throws right side, and that's complete. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be first down Lions. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Watch it now, Barney. Gone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Find pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Bears, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.